Yo, what's going on, man? It's Mistah Fab, the mayor of Oakland, California. We live on First Play with my man Gray Rizzy. Today we doing some exclusive stuff, man. My album Son of a Pimp is out, and I'm gonna give y'all 8 exclusive joints that you can only hear right here.
Yep.
Me and my mans.
Yep.
I need y'all to tune in
Right now.
check it out.
Yes, sir.
Hit us up on the net. Leave your comments. Hit us up on our sites.
Please believe it.
Tell us what you think about this project.
Mm-hmm.
Then go buy it
Right now.
Hurry up and buy.
Shade 45 First Play, bitch.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, we out here bugging out, man. What's up, everybody? Shade 45 First Play. It's the homie Gray Rizzy. I got Oakland in the building tonight. Mistah Fab, what's up?
What up, man? I'm giving you some exclusive tonight, baby.
You are, man. I want to be clear with you, man. You dropping your album today, Son of a Pimp 2.
Yes, sir.
It's out there right now. Go ahead and get that.
Man, check it out. Everything, man. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, wherever they do, man. However you buy music nowadays.
No, you easily could have made this album 2. You could have made this 2 different albums.
Most definitely.
And you gave a hell of a lot of work for people. I mean, if you could have went ahead and charged $20 for an album like this.
I feel like, man, this project to me, it means more than just trying to make some money off this record. For one, it was a promise that I made to my mother before she passed that I would do, you know, one more project that I would wholeheartedly put my whole everything into.
Right.
Like you say, it could have been a double CD, but we're doing that, man. Why not? Why just not give them one solid project and let them sit with it? I'm hoping in hopes that this project can be respected by those who respect the art of just the grind, man.
Right.
This because that's all that this record shows.
Right.
It's me going out demographically, jumping in and out with people who I've had friendships and relationships with over the years, and building and connecting sonically and making some good music, man, with people from all areas and all regions around the United States, man, and making the music to make it fit.
You definitely could see that the relationships was there, man, because when I looked, I didn't even have a chance to look, really listen to the album. I just looked at the track list and I said, oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God, man. But let's jump right into it, man. I got some joints and I want to jump in again for y'all who are listening and you're looking at this, man. It's not in order, but I guarantee you want to listen from top to bottom. But I want to jump in straight to Son of a Pimp because that kind of sets the tone. You had an intro on there.
Right, most definitely.
Real funkadelic. Something that I feel like Bootsy Collins would be proud of you, boy.
For sure.
Very, very much so. But Son of a Pimp 2 is featuring CMT, production by the Mekanix. My apologies.
For sure.
But tell me a little bit. Is this like something that set the tone for you for the album?
This record was actually, I was in a barbershop and
always a good place to start any type of business.
Great.
Just don't get caught out there.
Great. Like and my old head Dre, Uncle Dre was in there and he was playing this record. It's a Rick James record called Mary Had a Pimp. And I was like, that's slap. I'm like, what's that? He's like, boy, you don't know about this record? It's like
classic
Rick James.
Right.
All the old pimps used to listen to the music, like just riding around. And I was like, dude, I'm taking that. I'm doing that, and I'm calling it Son of a Pimp. It's going like, because on the thing it's like, Mary had a pimp. So then I have my man CMT. I was like, dude, you got to say Son of a Pimp.
Right.
And that was the intro, man. And I feel like it sets the setting for the voyage that is to happen when you listen to this album, because this voyage is, I'm going to take you starting off from Oakland and I'm going to travel all around the country, and when you come back to it, you're going to the whole fruition of what Oakland represents to the music scene, what I represent to Oakland, and it's just a whole, chronologically, it's a whole picture that's being painted and the collage through music. So it's a great way to start off with this record, and I just take you through the city on this record, what I saw growing up, what I was influenced, and to those who are listening and to those who are familiar with the Oakland sound, I take Too Short's cadence on this song. So I'm rapping like Too Short.
Okay.
And
that's a salute to the OG
most
too,
definitely,
man.
That's like my godfather. That's my mentor, and that's someone who I accredit a lot of my hustle and my grind to, from taking me under his wing and showing me how independence grind. We have the treatment for the video. When we get back, we're going to shoot this video, and the treatment is I'm hopping in the car with him and we're riding down the infamous we call it the Hostro, which is San Pablo. Like that's where in like the 70s and the 80s that's where
all
all
the
the
action
prostitutes
happened.
and all the pimping was.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I saw growing up. That's what I was influenced by. So I'm just riding with him, rapping to him. So it's a dope little concept, man. But it's a picture of Oakland. So Son of a Pimp, produced by the Mekanix, featuring CMT.
Let's get to the next joint, man. We got this joint, Pretty Girls. Yo, Raekwon the Chef, Eazy, Carl Thomas. Like, you have a nice like mix of people on this record.
Bad reunion, baby.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout to Puff, man. 20 years, salute, boy.
That's crazy.
Now, Pretty Girls. Like, what made you? And shout out to Chinky P, man, on the production.
Yes,
what made you go ahead and get these guys together? And I feel like this is going to be something that I'm asking you a lot, because I'm still in awe of all the fucking people you got on this record.
The story of how this record came is, I'm at South by Southwest, and it's me and Snoop Dogg. We just sitting down, we talking, we talking about sports or whatever, as we do often. And
yo, hold on, he lightweight went ahead and styled on you, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave that right there for you. You know, we always talk about sports.
So
we just sit down.
Snoop's
Go
a
ahead.
huge Lakers fan. I think at this time he had came to the Warriors game with a Warriors jersey on, and I was like, nah, dog.
Can't do that.
I'm like, nah.
Come on.
Stay with your Lakers. And so we talk, we going at it at the game. But so we're in South by Southwest, and we're talking about that moment. So on the side of him, there's this guy, he's just talking, he's like, man, I'm a Bulls fan, and I'm doing this, and I'm whoa. And I'm hearing this voice, and I'm just looking, and I'm Snoop like, Carl, you crazy. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
I'm like, Carl Thomas? He like, yeah, Fabby, what's up? I'm like, wait, you know who I am? Mm-hmm. And it tripped me out. I swear to God, that's how I went. And I fanned out. I was like, dude, I broke my virginity to emotion.
I broke my virginity 3 times to emotional.
I was like, bruh, Summer Rain was the greatest song ever, bruh.
Right.
Like, I'm like, no, wait, hold on. Let me get this picture. Like, I totally fanned out, bro. And it was just like, I was like, dude, I'm working on this project, man. What do I got to do to get you on this record? And he was like, man, just send it to me, bro, and I'll lace it for you.
That's dope.
He jumped on it. Later that night, seeing Raekwon, fanned out once again, because that's my top favorite rapper of all time. He was very receptive to me, man, and very open. Like, yo, Fab, I love what you do for the kids in the community,
right,
son. And you stay true to the hip hop, and whatever I could do to be a part of that, I'm with it. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So he jumped on the record. My little bro, G-Eazy is probably one of the biggest independent artists in the game right now.
Absolutely.
If not the biggest.
Yeah. Quietly moving mountains.
A lot of them. Kilimanjaro. You know what I'm saying? Mount Everest. Like, he's moving them. Sold out world tours back to back to back. This dude is crazy, like, what he's doing. And I was like, yo, G, I got this record with Raekwon. He was like, yo,
let's do it.
Like, please let me get on that record, please. And he jumped on it, bro, and it's a solid, dope record, man. It's like one of those feel-good player records.
Well, I can't wait to get into it. In fact, let's not even wait. Let's just do it, man. Pretty Girls. It's coming up. Raekwon, G-Eazy, Carl Thomas, right here, first place, Shade 45. Yeah, man, we catching up behind the scenes. Mistah Fab, it's your boy Gray Rizzy. Oakland is up in this building tonight, man. Today, make sure you go out and get that project. Son of a Pimp 2 is out there right now for you. Just go ahead and make sure they accept PayPal, they accept MasterCard, they accept Visa, everything.
EBT,
everything.
Man, come on
EBT,
with it.
Cash, all that, man. But we right now going down the list of some songs that I picked out. Again, he got a fucking slew of records out here that I want you to listen to. I'm just trying to get to some as quick as I can because I only got an hour. I need more time. Talk to my PD, tweet somebody, I don't give a fuck, but we need to try to get all this on here right now. Up until then, Boosie Badass, man, Iamsu, produced by Iamsu.
Yes, Lord.
Sue getting 2 checks all the damn time. I see you, Sue.
He get 2 checks, one for the beat and one for the girl.
Yep.
Like, Sue,
all the time,
Sue,
man.
Sue is that dude.
Yeah.
Sue is quietly another guy that's moving mountains.
Right.
Very talented. He's at the head of the whole HBK movement, which G-Eazy is a member of. They click.
Okay.
G-Eazy is HBK. That's Sue's whole clique of his whole camp. So you got Sue, you got G-Eazy.
School me, because I didn't really know this right now.
Their camp is called HBK, and it's Heartbreak Kids.
Okay.
And it's like, if it was high school, they would be the popular guys.
All right.
Like the young guys that all the girls, all the athletes, they would be.
The way Eazy fucking cutting his hair and wearing these fucking little leather bombers,
like
I know he wanted
baby.
a cool.
He like the Fonz,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the Fonz. So these are the young guys that's like I said, you have Sue, you have G-Eazy, you have Sage the Gemini.
Okay.
P-Lo, who does most of the production, Skipper, Dave Steezy. It's like a lot of them, but they're just like the young cool guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The out crowd that made the in guys. You know what I'm saying? They outshine the in crowd by just doing them in their own lane. And these are the guys that are basically the most successful. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look at what Iamsu's numbers, sold out tours, G-Eazy, worldwide tours, Sage the Gemini, platinum after platinum after platinum record.
Single hitter, man.
Singles
Jesus
coming like
Christ.
galore.
Yeah.
So analytically, it's not lying about what they're doing and their imprint to not only Northern California music, but the offspring and the spawning of a certain sonic sound everywhere else.
You know what I like about you, Mr. Fab? The fact that we're here talking about your album and you're really promoting and plugging their movement, man. That's I mean, I gotta salute you on that, because a lot of cats, they don't do that, man.
Right.
You be like, yo, where you got your hair cut? Nigga, I cut my own hair. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
And I made the clippers.
Yeah, and I made the clippers. All that. You know, alcohol, I mixed that shit in my bathtub. Like, you know, people don't give people the salute and the, you know, the support that they need. So salute to you on that, man.
I love those guys, man, what they doing, and they're staying true to who they are. They aren't trying to, you know, be like anyone else. They got their own clique, their own sound, and it's working for them, man. And I'm a fan. Like I say, man, I've never been so into me that I can't give credit where it's due and where it should be. So Sue did the beat. I reached out to Boosie. Me and Boosie have been homies for several years. You know, throughout his jail stint. Always talking on the phone, back and forth, hollering at each other, you know what I'm saying? Always letting him know, man, the love that he had in Oakland, California. He had never been there, so he only knew about it from, you know, the fans, but from me telling him, dude, when you come here, it's going to be crazy.
Right.
Trust me.
Out of control.
Like, it's going to be out of control. So 2 weeks ago, I flew him out. We shot the video to this record up until then, and we brought the whole city out. Like, I'm talking about, like, cats that was like, dude, you just shot at me last week. But I ain't tripping.
Time out.
Boosie here.
Time out. We here. Yeah.
Boosie,
like,
Boosie here, so
right.
we ain't tripping. Just stay on that side of the street.
Right.
Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, I'm talking about the tension and the love mixed in was one of the craziest combinations in the world a couple weeks ago at that video shoot. Because I'm talking about everybody was there. Everybody from the city. From the killers to the thugs to the squares to the geeks, everybody was there.
Well, yo, this is what I want the people to do. If you was at that video shoot a couple of weeks ago, hit us in the comments at Shade45.
For sure.
At Gray Rizzy. Mr. Fab, what's your Instagram right now?
My Instagram is Fabby Davis Jr. 1.
I knew it had to be something fucking spectacular and splendorous, man.
Turn in, tap in with us, talk about this record. Let's get into it. It's called Up Until Then, produced by Iamsu, featuring Iamsu and Lil Boosie. And hope you like this video.
Yo, man, when I saw this, and I used to talk to you a lot about this, and you always said this was the homie, man. Like, this cat supported. I mean, between TDE, yourself, the love was always there. And when I saw this on the record, Kendrick Lamar, Crooked Eye, Kobe Honeycutt, produced by the Bizness. I said, this is Cali right here, boy.
For sure.
This is Cali, man.
For
like,
sure.
how does it, with something like this, I guess what everybody would want to know, especially me, is when you're putting together a piece of work like this, who makes the phone calls? Like, is it personal with you? I have the feeling it is.
Me.
And you can't send anybody else to go make these types of phone calls.
Now, this is when I take the credit for it. Like,
okay.
I put this whole project together. Like, I A&R'd it from an idea, a rough concept, to watching the maturation of it, to it actually the fruition of it actually coming to existence. And it all came from a thought out process of me saying, I want to do this record. I want these two guys on this record. I want this production from that person. You know what I'm saying? So I basically channeled it into the universe and went forth happening by it, just going out, you know, like The Secrets, man. I listened to The Secrets for hella long and was just like, all right, how do I bring this? You know, how do I chant this out? And how do I get this going? So, like I told you months ago, the relationship with me and TDE has always been a great one because I supported those guys in the early stages of them teeter-totting with the independent game and the major. J-Rock had a deal with Warner Brothers, and they was pushing him. He had the record with Lil Wayne, and they were in search of trying to find another record, but not really kind of happy with the situation that was going on over there at Warner. I ran into those guys and was like, yo, y'all should try, just take some notes from this independent route. Look at some of the stuff that we're doing. So J-Rock was making trips.
Game. Yeah.
He was making trips up to the Bay Area, and I was like, yo, I'm telling you, bro, see if you could do an independent project and, in between time of waiting for this project with Warner to come out.
Right.
If not, use this as something to fertilize the egg of TDE. So they hooked up with this guy named Ghazi, and Ghazi is the guy who's like, Ghazi's like the Leo Cohen of independent game. He owns this distribution company called Empire Distribution. And and he's huge.
Right.
So
I swear to God, not to cut you off, if I've talked to 10 artists recently,
right,
Ghazi's
the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Ghazi have 18, 20-year plus friendship. Hook those guys up, make a short story shorter. Kendrick dropped Section 80 on through Ghazi, and with their whole thing, went through the roof,
right,
crazy. It's history from there. Kendrick is
on like 3 moons from Pluto. That's how far out he's out.
I don't
right
even
now.
know how. I don't think there's a word that can describe his impact in hip hop and music. Blew me out of the way and out of the water when I realized, when I woke up, we leaked the record, and I woke up and seen all the publications talking about it and how they received the record. Like, yo, how do you have a record from Kendrick?
Right.
It was like finding an unheard Tupac verse.
Straight unicorn.
So it was, very rare. A rare moment of having someone from Dr. Dre's camp, and someone from Eminem's camp. Together on the same song that had never worked together. 2 of the best West Coast lyricists have never been on a track together. And Kobe did a hell of a job with singing the hook. And it just gives you 3 different perspectives of a certain story of survival. And the record is called Survive, produced by The Bizness. And here it is right now.
Yo, I want to get into this joint real quick, man. What's your hood like? Because you coming around my way now.
Yes, sir.
You coming over here to, these BX Brooklyn, Staten Island, shout out to Queens, shout out to Mount Vernon. You coming around these parts, man. Jadakiss, Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. Sometimes Pete Rock be on his unicorn shit, too. You got to lock him down in the studio.
Rarity.
Yeah, man.
That's definitely a hip-hop gem of how. How did you do that?
I don't want to give up too many secrets either, because then everybody be trying to bust your moves out here.
It was it's hard, man. You could look at Steph Curry shoot that shot all day and you think you could do it, but it's hard.
But not all the time. Will that shit drop through?
Everybody can't drop that shot. So
right.
That actually was quarterback from Sonny Anderson.
Okay.
The chef.
Yeah.
World-renowned chef. Shout out to the wonderful Sonny Anderson. She hooked that record up. She actually was having a dinner and invited all of us over to the house, and Pete Rock came, and everybody came, and it was dope, man. I was like, yo, Pete Rock, yo, what up? Like, I was like, yo, Fab, what up, yo? I just was watching some freestyle stuff you was doing. I'm like, yo, dude, please, I need a beat. Like, and it took a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm getting to you. I'm in China right now. I'm in India right now. Gotta go to Australia in the morning.
Again, like just dropping all kind of fucking jabs at you. Like my nigga ain't even the same. He ain't even 2 fucking time zones. He like 8 time zones away.
Pete is, and then he just was like, yo, got you. Dropped on it. I'm like, yo, I'm finna get Kiss on this record. I had just threw a party in the Bay Area and brought Kiss out, and we shut the city down. Like, that's what I do. Like, that's one of my other jobs. I
glad. I was just about to ask you about that.
I throw a lot of parties. Like, once a month, I bring somebody out, and we bring the city out, man. Everybody comes out, like, to the joints that we do from. I mean, and the artists vary from all different type of genres, man. From like hip hop, street, backpack, all type of stuff. We just bring out cats, man. So I brought Kiss out. It's like, yo, I want you to get on this record. It's nothing Fab. Got nothing but love for you. Me and him done several records before. He jumped on the record. I sent it to Pete Rock, and he was like, yo, you got Kiss on this record? Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, if you would have sent it earlier, Pete, I would have had it here earlier.
I had the whole locks on this thing, you know what I'm saying? But now we did that joint, What Your Hood Like. And it's a beauty, man. It's a beauty. Kiss top 5 that are alive. You know,
by far.
If you don't respect Kiss's bars, you know, get out of here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And it's crazy being from where I'm from, his respect is still as it is here.
It's A1.
It's A1. Like, you know what I'm saying? All throughout. You know, he came out to the party, crazy jewels on to the neck by himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he brought Styles out. So that's what even made it dope. But like nobody even knew he was bringing Styles. He was like, yo, he was telling me the whole time, y'all got a surprise for you. So when the Ghost got there, like I was like, oh, he brought the Ghost. Like, you feel me? So it was dope, man. And they did it on love. Like he was like, the beauty about this project, Gray, is I ain't had to pay nobody to get on my record. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never paid for a feature in my life.
I wanted to say something about it, but you know, a lot of times politically and business wise, you never want to open up that curtain all the way. But I had the feeling,
like I ain't,
that it was that.
Like and that's no knock to anybody that has to pay for things or that's the relationship that they have. But everybody that I did a record with, I have a friendship with. And like I rock with them dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you my people. Like if we did a record, if I reached out to you, I didn't want to just do records with people who was the hottest in the game or who may have had the biggest buzz at that time. I just felt like I wanted to do real organic records with people not only that I'm fans of, but that I have a rapport with, and our aura is real genuine. So when it comes down to whatever to come down, it's not going to be hard to do. Like, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, well, I sent the invoice to your manager and, you know, the clearances, the labels had to deny, none of that. Like, the people that I did records with, it could be a phone call away, like, yo, I need you to do, okay, it's all good, Fab. So that's how this record jumped off.
With the years you've had in the game, it's no surprise, man. And I don't want people to wait any longer, man. Where your hood at, man? Jadakiss Productions with Pete Rock.
Yes,
it's Mistah Fab, man. Son of a Pimp, too. Listen up, man. First play.
Listen.
Shade 45, first play is the homie Gray Rizzy. Mistah Fab is still in the building. We gonna get to some of these joints. I want to just knock out I gotta knock them out a little quicker because we running up on time. But sitting down with this cat to the left of me, this is like sitting down with your fucking cousin. All right.
Sure.
The only thing that's missing is some whiting fish, maybe some Wonder White bread, and a fucking grape soda. You know, I could talk with this cat all fucking day, man. But let's get to this joint because, you know, that's what you hear, man. Shade 45, we play the music that you want to listen to. Black Hollywood, this is Cali right here. But I want to know something. And forgive me, this is my man. I like him a lot. Where the fuck did you find Bobby V at? Because Bobby V on some other Ventures shit now. You know, he be doing a lot of other stuff than music, making money at that.
It's a Cali record, but we did the record in Atlanta.
Okay. But everybody did that
everybody
shit.
was in Atlanta.
And just real quick, so you know who's on here. Too Short, Snoop Dogg.
Right.
What up?
Produced by the Bizness.
Produced by the Bizness again.
To those that may not be familiar, I wrote Life of the Party for Snoop Dogg a few years ago. And with writing that record, I was like, I'm gonna do a record like this for my project.
Okay.
So Black Hollywood is basically like Life of the Party Part 2, except it's just for my record now. And when we did it together, we did it in Atlanta at Patchworks, and Bobby was in there, and I was like, yo, Bobby, I need to do this hook. And he was like, yo, let's do it. And it just came out dope, man. It's a feel-good record. It's that record that you play when you just got paid. You just like, you know, Black Hollywood symbolizes black success. It symbolizes
black opulence.
You know, just the whole opulence and an opulent lifestyle for young black people that's not having to sell drugs, that's not having to rob and steal to accumulate success. You know, success is definitely a perspective. And the perspective of this is I'm just having fun, man. You know, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here, and I'm enjoying it. And when you listen to the music, it gives that vibe and it's that vibrant feeling of, dude, I'm just happy, man. I'm happy. So Black Hollywood, man.
I want to get to this joint real quick, man. It's Texas, bro. Texas. You know that everything is bigger in Texas. You brought out Bun B, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Zero, produced by S.E. Trill, man. Joint is called Coming Down, man. Now, first of all, everybody knows, like I know on the West Coast, y'all know it a little bit better than us on the East until you get to that level. But when you make that run through Texas, that shit ain't like going through Jersey. It ain't like going through North and South Carolina.
Take you 2 days.
And I said North and South Carolina. Shit, when you land in the fucking airport in Dallas, it take like about 45 minutes to get out that shit. Yeah. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So for you to bring all these cats on this record, man, like I saw the play. I saw what it was, man. You looking to take over fucking Texas with this right here.
This record right here, my grandfather's from Texas.
Oh, okay.
So like I say, the album is a journey in my life, and every song resonates a certain characteristics or a certain situation and circumstance that I identify with personally. Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons why I want to do a record from Texas is because my grandfather being from Texas.
You got roots there.
So I got a lot of roots there in Dallas and Houston. Mm-hmm. So when I was a child, the summers I would go to Houston. And I would go to Texas. I would go to Lodi. I would go to Tyler, Texas. These are all small cities.
It's hot as hell out there.
And retarded. It's like retarded.
I wonder how the hell people make it out.
So I always have had a love for Texas.
Right. Beautiful women, great food.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Lord. So to do this record, first I reached out to who would be the hardest for me to get on there because he doesn't do features with anyone. That's Zero.
Okay.
Zero, like he keeps it Texas. Like if you're not from Texas, he like cool.
Yeah, I'm all
like,
right.
I'm good.
Right.
Like Zero would be. I don't Zero to the rest of the world. I don't know how to explain it to him. Like Oakland, we have Keek the Sneak. Like you know what I'm saying, he's like the hero. No matter what he does, people are always gonna love.
Always gonna support him too.
They're always gonna support Keek the Sneak. Boosie for Louisiana. Trick Daddy for Miami.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's these certain guys that represent the culture of these areas.
Right.
You know what I mean? AZ, like
here in New York. Yeah.
Here in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like people are always gonna love AZ. I don't care what nobody's. I know I am.
Right.
Z is just always been a dude to me.
You're absolutely correct on that.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's how Zero is in Houston. Slim Thug is the homeboy. Paul Wall is one of the real homies. Like you know what I'm saying? And Bun B that's Unc. Like you know
Unc right there.
That's Unc. Like me and Unc. That's Unc, man. That's more nothing but respect for everything that he's done for music, everything that he's done for the South, everything that he's done for up and coming artists, the motivation, he always gives you some advice. He checks on you. It's so crazy. Like on her day of passing, he'll reach out and be like, I know this day is hard for you, little bruh. You know, I'm just hoping, easing you through it. And I'm like, damn, like all the things that you have going on in your life for the past 4 or 5 years, you've hit me on that day just to, you know. So I love Bun B, man. So this record right here is called Coming Down, produced by S.E. Trill from Wichita. And it's a dope record. So I hope you guys like it. I'm coming down.
Shade 45, first play. We'll be right back. Shade 45, man, it's the first play we got here, exclusive for my man Mistah Fab. His album is out there right now, Son of a Pimp Part 2, man. It's out there. Let's go ahead and get that everywhere. It's available everywhere, right?
Everywhere, man. Everywhere. Check it out, man. From, like I say, Google Play, iTunes, wherever else Spotify, Apple Music, wherever they play music.
Anywhere music is sold, make sure you go ahead and get that. I want to get into a couple of bonus joints, man. I see right here, Brother to Brother, featuring Dyson. Your brother. It's family right here for you.
This record is like, I can't listen to this record without either thinking about tearing up or tearing up. It just depends on who's in the room. Sometimes I don't care because I'm that into it, and like I said, I don't have anything to hide from nobody.
Right.
But there has been times where I'll ride, and at the end of this song, my face will be covered in tears. It resonates a feeling because it's true, honest music. My brother's incarcerated for 107 years. He has a 107-year jail sentence. The record is a collection of prison letters that he sent to me over the course of my life. So I've been raised by my big brother through prison letters. So the first and the way the format of the record of how it's wrote, it's like kind of like similar to Stan when Eminem wrote Stan from a fan's perspective. So the first verse and the second verse is my brother talking to me from jail about, little bro, why haven't you come to visit me? I'm sorry that I left you in the streets. I'm sorry that I chose the streets over you and the things that I was doing.
Right.
That in the first verse. And then the second verse explains things that he sees on a daily being locked in jail, locked in prison. Not only is he serving a life sentence in jail, he's serving a life sentence with restricted visits. So he can't have visits. He can't have, they've removed the conjugal system out of the California prison, so he can't, his wife can't come see him. So for the rest of his life is almost in isolation. So he talks about in the second verse, he talks about all of these things. He talks about years ago when the prison was on lockdown and his cellie had died and he was in the cell with someone who has been dead for 4 days. And the smell and he's described these things through letters. And I have all of these, I have like 15 to 17 years of letters since I was a kid, maybe even more years than that, even longer than that, since I was being a child of him writing letters. Oh, little bro, I'm fighting my appeal. I might be getting out. You know what I mean? And then the third verse is me talking back to him, telling him things like, bro, I felt like you left me. I feel like, I couldn't believe that the streets was more important than raising a little brother, or the things that you did could have possibly put me in a situation where they couldn't retaliate with you, but I was the closest up. I talk about our mother dying from cancer. I talk about our dad dying from AIDS. Like I say on the song, I said, Daddy died from AIDS. I sat and watched him die, bruh. Mama died from cancer. I sat and watched her die, bruh. Yo, niece getting older. She about to turn 9, bruh. Like, that feeling of emptiness. Like, all my parents and grandparents, all my family dead. My brother is the only thing, that is from that tree. It's from that branch.
Do you feel like this was therapeutic?
This record was definitely therapeutic. It was therapeutic, and it was also me airing out how I felt about a sibling rivalry, some seeming like to all the big brothers and little brothers out there. I've always envied a great big brother and little brother relationship based off the fact that I never got a chance to have that with my brother. Our relationship was through letters. Like, I never got a chance to have a physical bond with my brother. And then when he did get out, he was only out for like 6-7 months, did some crazy stuff, and then got life. So I always wanted to have that relationship with a big brother. That's why a lot of my friends I treated like brothers. I befriended a lot of my friends, and they were my brothers. But that song is like, it's one of those personal records, man. It's one of those records that if you have a relative that's locked up, or if you have a friend or anything that has been, incarcerated, and the feeling that you have between that, man, and I speak for all the little brothers that go through that, man. You know what I mean? It's a personal record, man. And like I say, even right now, even talking about it brings tears, man. And that's just how serious it is, and that's how real it is.
I appreciate you, Mr. Fab, because I tell you, man, every day I see you. You're one of the realest cats I've met in this business, man. I appreciate you sharing that, man. Because there's a lot of, with the music, there's a lot of people who glorify the wrong things. Right. And I think if they have somebody like you to hear it from and see this, they'll see it in the light that it is.
For real. When I did music, man, I first started writing at like 10, 11 because my dad died from AIDS. So I ain't have nobody to talk to. Like I was saying, my brother was in jail. Mm-hmm. So I ain't know what AIDS was at like 11 years old. In the black community, we thought AIDS was something that homosexuals attracted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I never knew the significance of it. My father was a former heroin addict, so he got it through trading needles and stuff like that. So at 11 years old, 12 years old, I was writing poems, soft soliloquies and haikus about what I was going through being young, misunderstood, and feeling alone in the world. So my passion was always writing. It was never about the money. Years later, fast forward, I've made some good business decisions and some good choices to where financially I'm good. Whether I rap or not, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good financially. So when I do music, I just want to, like I say, I don't care if my record sells a lot of numbers. I don't care about, no, what I do care about is those who are gatekeepers of the art. For them to open their gates and look at this record and say, I'm stamping that, I'm vouching that. And all I can hope is those who really, truly understand what artistry is, respect what I've done, what I've been able to embody with this project.
Absolutely.
And if those people like yourself and several other people who are at the art spokesman and who have a podium to speak on the maturation of a project, a good solid project that's not rushed, that's not just throughout, that's just not trying to make a quick dollar and capitalize on the moment.
The moment, yep.
But to have a person say, I gave you a memoir of memories and collection that's based from a true spot. When I make music, my music comes from a true spot. Everything resonates from my heart because I give you me. I'm not lying about, I can sell 1 million birds. I ain't never kill nobody, so you don't hear me talking about killing nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't do these certain things in the streets like that, so I don't talk about that when I make music. So my music comes from an honest perspective. And long as the people who respect and grade art at its top echelons of level with the grandeur of respect, those are the people that I hope to understand this project. Other than that, hey man, what is overlooked will eventually be back to be reviewed.
That's for sure, man, because everything is about a cycle.
You feel me? So
shit, bell bottoms on their way back.
come on, man. So, you know, so
again.
What is, like I say, man, I always say, man, my message to the youngins, don't never do it for the views, man. Because you'll find yourself upset when something that you've put all of your passion and all of your thing in is not being reciprocated in an audience perspective. If the audience doesn't cater to you as you wish and you thought it would be, say you only get 20 views on something that you feel is worth 20 million, and you're gonna be discouraged. Never base your value of something off your audience, because what is overlooked will eventually be reviewed again. So just do it from passion and let it resonate from a great spot. This last song we're going to get into, it's called Written in Blood.
Absolutely.
My favorite rapper ever, the Jacker.
Yep.
Rest in peace to my brother. My brother was assassinated a year ago in the streets of Oakland, which was a hard day for not only Bay Area fans, but for fans all over the country whose music he's touched, his lives have touched with the things that he did.
And what he said.
And the things, what he said, because once again, he was another artist who, all true. He may have never been a major, big in-house name artist, but to me, he was like a Jay-Z. He was like a Big L. He was like, you know, these guys that I identify with everything that he said. I happen to go around the world with him. I happen to go to places that I've never gone to again with him, speaking to kids in schools all around the world. Me and his brother, my Muslim brother, who put several brothers on Islam and gave them teachings of life to help them humble themselves and become better men. And I was able to do this record with him 2 weeks before he was assassinated.
So it's very important that this one got out.
This had to come out.
Right.
This record had to come out. Like, I ain't care about none of them other records on the album. Long as this record, like, you know what I'm saying, this was the record with the Jacker and Jay Stalin, one of the hottest artists in Oakland, California, and the whole Live Wire family, who's an entrepreneur, young guy who's taken his own money and invested himself and made something of himself from the bottom. Jay Stalin's a dude that's really from the bottom of Oakland. He's like from the worst part of Oakland, and he made something of himself, an independent, like you know, he's a monster out there, man. So shout out to Jay Stalin and rest in peace to my brother the Jacker and Gray, man. Thank you for coming in and let me share these 8 songs of my life to the fans, and hopefully that through these 8 songs, you guys go listen to the rest of the record. It's 13 more records on this album. It's 21 songs on this record.
Yeah.
So y'all check it out, man. Thank y'all for y'all time, man. The whole Shade 44 family, Shade 45 family, and this has been real.
Yeah, man, it's been fun, man. And before you get out of here, I want to make sure everybody knows Twitter, Instagram, website. How can they get at you?
Mistah Fab, therealmistahfab.com is the website. My Twitter is Mistah Fab, MISTAHFAB. My Instagram is Fabby Davis Jr. 1. And the Snapchat is Fabby Davis Jr. If you want to laugh and y'all want some comedy stuff, follow my Snapchat. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So y'all check me out, man, and look forward to The Son of a Pimp 2. I have a book coming out June 6th, I think. The book is called Warrior.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah,
in like a week.
Yeah, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
It's it's like a street novel.
Okay.
A fictional book, but it's called Warrior.
So make sure you stay tuned for that.
It's dope. So I'm just trying, different checks, man.
Yeah,
different checks.
Millionaires have multiple streams of revenue.
The average millionaire has 7 different streams.
7 different streams.
Revenue. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to remain that. And our clothing store opens this Friday. The clothing store opens May 27th. It's called The Dope Spot. From our clothing line, it's called The Dope Era.
Right.
And it's dope, man. We creating change.
This guy,
we working.
We'll be here for another hour and a half. He tell you all the ventures he got going on, man.
For real, man.
Make sure you go pick up this record ASAP, man. Son of a Pimp 2 is out there right now. Make sure you follow us at Shade 45 at Gray Rizzy. You're gonna be able to see this GrayRizzy.com. That's gonna be coming up very soon. Just check the Instagram, check the social. We out here. Whoa.
One love, man. Go Warriors, man. Let's go, baby.
Go Warriors. Yeah. You see that, right? Oh, yeah. I got a public service announcement before we get out of here. Yo, Arsenal, you lost, bro. Stop that.
Bro, you my brother. Ars, I love you, baby. Come on,
lost.
Let's go.
Shade 45, man. First play. We out here, whoa. Later.